Now, the other day I showed you Solovyov explaining that he wants them to suffer. He wants vengeance. He wants them dead, the Ukrainians. But that's Solovyov, right? He's a propagandist, and this is how propagandists roll. Okay, I get that. Now, this is a Russian state Duma member saying kind of the same thing. Like, this is what the bloody war is all about. And when you say bloody war, I'm not talking like a Brit. He's not using bloody as an adjective like that. He means it like, this is why we're engaged in this bloody combat. Okay. Russian state Duma deputy Alexander Borody explains that the brutality Russia is inflicting on the population of Ukraine is warranted. He's saying, yeah, this is good. This is what we should be doing, right? Because Ukrainians must be punished for their refusal to join the Russian world and their vision. Not because of NATO, not because of Nazis, not because it's not going to be the president. We can't, have Zelensky sign and have an issue with the president, the next president, because it was Zelensky, like I talked about a few days back. It's none of those other excuses that, Putin with his diplomatic judo or Lavrov is saying. It's because, again, I can't emphasize this enough. The way that Russians see Ukrainians is that they are Russians who have betrayed Russia. And they have this political theory. They're one people, but these people have this political theory that is causing them to go out and act like this. So they're traitors to Mother Russia, and either they need to be subdued, and when I say subdued, I mean violently subdued under their boot by force, and then come back into the fold, or they need to be exterminated. That is the way that the Russians see Ukrainians. So what kind of peace deal are you going to be able to make with that? Not a lot. Okay, let's watch and see what he has to say here. I'm just going to read. It's only like 30 seconds long. That is exactly, whoops, I'm going to turn off the volume as well. That is exactly why this war is so bloody and brutal. And it's bloody and brutal, and he's acknowledging it, and it's bloody and brutal on purpose. It is intentionally brutal. They're not trying to save civilians. They're trying to cause civilians to have to knuckle under, because we quite justifiably see them as traitors. He's saying it, you're seeing it, you see them as traitors. Justifiably, they betrayed our shared ancestors, our common values, our history. That's what their argument is. This is the core of the real argument that the Russians have about why they have invaded Ukraine and our vision of the future. According to our vision, we are supposed to live in a united country, Russia and Ukraine. That is, the former extent of the Soviet Union to Russia, to Ukraine, maybe even the Baltics, probably so, right? With shared interests. It is one land for us, but not for them. It's not. They have their own vision of the future, and that's the precise problem. They have their own vision of the future. Now, it's interesting that they say that they want the DPR and the LPR and the other two oblasts to have their right to decide their future, which way they want to go, as long as they choose Russia in a rigged election. Okay, but this is the essence of how Russia understands the war in Ukraine and the essence of how Russians see Ukrainians. That's it. Now, if you understand this, everything changes in your calculations. It's not about neo-Nazis. It's not about NATO. It's not about you name the issue. It's about this. All right. Tell me what you think about that. Put that in the comments below. Thank you for your time, the likes, the shares, and the subscribes. And thank you for being the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.